Hey, everybody. It's Chris. Welcome back to day 2. I am so darn excited to be here with you. Facebook is so wonky. Like they keep changing all of the live platforms. I never know what I'm going to find when I go when I end up going live. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I'm like, what button am I pushing to even go live? It constantly changes. So, anyways, I'm going to give you guys a chance to find me. I know there were a couple questions yesterday about was there a special link? Were you joining me in Zoom? Was it going to go live here in the group? And so we are here. We're going live here in the group. I will be going here live in the group every single day this week through Friday, 6 p.m. Saturday, we're going to have a special Q&A, and we're actually going to have an amazing experience for you. Hey, Jennifer. I'm so glad that it changed on you too. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I need to navigate this again. We are going to actually be building out your business model on Saturday. Very exciting. So for those of you that are like, I don't know what my business model is. I don't know how to actually do this in a way that feels really, really good and authentic to me. Havala. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. If you're here, let me know. Please type in the chat. Just say hello. Give me a heart. Let me know you're here. If this is the first time that you're meeting me, my name is Chris Williams. I am so darn excited to have you here. I'm going to be sharing with you an amazing system that I use not only to help my business to create multiple six figures, but what I actually teach my clients. And I'm going to help you create a thriving wellness practice without having to book those 1-hour discovery sessions, without feeling salesy, without feeling wonky. I'm really going to be being fully transparent about all of the different pieces. Hey, Kim. Hey, Andy. I'm so glad to have you guys here. And I really want you to be able to implement these pieces. So just know that my intention here is to serve you really, really powerfully with not just information, but with practical steps that you can start implementing in your business now. As a matter of fact, people that have gone through this workshop series in the past have actually brought on clients during the time of the class. So if that happens with you, let me know. I want to shout out. I want to celebrate you. That's so darn exciting. And so I'm going to dive in. Valerie's here. Yay. Awesome. Thank you for reminding me, Valerie. So if you're here live, please type in #live. If you're watching the replay, awesome. Let me know that too. #replay. And thank you for all of you that commented in the day one's action step. It was so darn good to see how many of you are making an impact in the world. Like truly, every single one of you is amazing. You all have something so deeply on your heart that really is changing the lives of people out in the world. And so I really want to speak into this piece that you may or may not know. And that is, by the way, I just got back from an amazing retreat in Florida. I shared a little bit about that yesterday. But one of my takeaways from it as a coach, as a business coach in the coaching world, is that because I'm in this world and because you are in this world, we think that it's like a normal thing, right? Like, of course, coaching is like a normal everyday thing. But here's what I learned. Coaching is still not mainstream yet. It's still not mainstream yet. And that's actually really good news because that means that now is the perfect opportunity for you to be visible so that you can really start creating and changing people's lives. This is really, really important. I know one of my mastermind sisters actually didn't even know what coaching was 2 years ago. So just know that even though you know your jam, right? You know coaching, you know all about being a transformational coach or a nutritional practitioner, therapy practitioner, or a nutritional consultant, or a spiritual coach. Coaching is still relatively new. And that is really, really good news because here's why. People want connection. People want an experience. Gone are the days, the way that coaching was done, actually even 5 years ago. And here's the thing. People are no longer wanting to sign up for these 2-hour webinars, right? I know when I was in coaching, like that was the thing. Like people would send out emails, you would join for a 2-hour webinar, they would ask you what time do you want to come, and you knew it was recorded. You know it was recorded like years ago. You knew it wasn't live. You weren't really having an experience with the person, right? So, people don't want that anymore. They're really, really savvy. You're savvy as, coaches in the world. I know that you all want connection. And here's the thing, we all want to be a part of something greater. We all do, right? Especially those of you that are in the wellness industry. We are all heart-centered. We want to make a difference. We want to serve. We want to impact. We are impact-driven entrepreneurs. What we get to do with our service makes people's lives better. And that is powerful. And so hopefully by the end of today, you will actually be able to claim that power and know that you are here on the earth for a purpose. If you have it on your heart to change someone's life by serving them in some way, shape, or form, that means that there are people out there looking for you and you are needed. And I want to help them find you, because the more of you I help, that means that the more of the world gets healthier, gets happier, feels better, and creates ripples in the world all around us. So my passion is actually empowering health and wellness coaches and holistic practitioners, because I know that if I help you get clients, if I help you build a thriving wellness practice, that makes our world happier, makes our world healthier. And that means that we are really impacting and making people's lives so much better. And that creates ripples far beyond what we can even see. So yesterday, if you didn't get a chance to see yesterday, the replay is up. It's going to be in the guides section. So I just want to give you a little bit of housekeeping stuff. Hey, Giselle. Hey, Bella. Hey, Kim. So glad to have you here. If you go to the very top of the Facebook page, you'll see guides. So if you click on guides, you'll be able to find the videos easier. And I actually, day one is up right now, and I haven't moved that into the guides yet, but I will move that into the guides. And then after we finish day two, I will move that into the guides. My intention is to really serve you powerfully and quickly. So I really don't want to spend an hour every day. My intention is to not go any longer than 45 minutes, because I know you guys have got other things to do. You've got families to care for, you've got businesses to run, and yet I'm so glad that you're joining me here live, because this information is really, really powerful. I wish that I had this information. I know when I first started my program and my coaching business as a nutritional therapy practitioner, I didn't know any of this. And so my intention is to help you collapse the timeline so that you can actually create a business and start bringing income in, start impacting the lives of others very, very quickly, a whole lot quicker than I did. I only served one client the entire year after I graduated as a nutritional therapy practitioner. And here's the thing, if I don't have clients, I'm not impacting lives. If I don't have clients, I'm not actually serving people. Same thing for you. If you don't have clients, you're not impacting lives, you're not changing the world, and you have a very expensive hobby. So let's change that. If that sounds good to you, type yes in the comments. I want to know if you're ready to change this, if you're ready to take your business from struggling into thriving so that you can make a difference and let this expensive hobby go away and actually allow you to be well paid by serving people with your gifts, type yes in the comments. And I'm going to grab a really quick sip of my tea. Okay, so yay, look at all these yeses. Awesome. Giselle, yes. Kim, yes. Andy, yes. Valerie, yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Jennifer says yes. Beautiful. I'm so glad to see some of my people from the Launch Well program, some of my friends in the coaching community, some of my people from Activate Abundance. This is so, so fun. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So I only do this masterclass, this workshop series 4 times a year. Bella says, I'm scared as hell, but yes, let's do this. Absolutely. Listen, girl, you get to do it, and you get to do it even if you're scared. And I've got you. So we're going to do this together for sure. Look, anything worth doing is going to feel a little wonky, right? Anytime we step outside of our comfort zone, it's going to feel wonky. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel shaky, and that's okay. We get to do it anyways. We get to do it anyways. All right. So we talked about the whole Soulful Abundance system yesterday. I gave you an outline over the 5 core pillars of what makes a heart-centered practice. So I'm not going to go over that again because we spent about half an hour on that yesterday. And then I started sharing with you first step of the Soulful Abundance system, which is alignment. And alignment is really, really key. Those of you in the wellness industry know all about alignment, right? We get to align our energy. We get to align our emotions. We get to align our thoughts, because our thoughts create feelings. Our feelings create our actions, our inactions, or even our reactions. So we have to start with a daily alignment practice. And for those of you that want my daily alignment practice, type daily alignment practice in the comments, and I will actually send you the link so that you can watch my whole 1-hour workshop, including the workbook for the daily alignment practice for free. We've actually turned that into a paid offer, but because you guys are here, if you want to see what my daily alignment practice looks like and what I coach my clients on for daily alignment, I'm more than happy to send it your way. Just type daily alignment in the comments and I will circle back around after this and I will send it to you in Messenger. Okay, so we talked about alignment. We talked about the importance of knowing who it is that you're serving. In addition to aligning to our own sense of worthiness and value and what we're bringing to the world, Giselle's daily enlightenment. Okay, awesome. I'll send it to you anyways. Awesome. We need to align to who it is that we're serving. We have to align to that. Look, if we don't know who we're serving, then nothing is going to land with our clients. Whether we're doing a Facebook post, whether we're doing writing an email, whether we're creating an offer, we have to know specifically who it is that we're serving. And so your daily action step yesterday was to share with me who it is that you're serving and why you're so passionate about it. And I gave you a ninja tip, so if you missed it, I'm going to say it again, that your ideal client is a previous version of you. Your ideal client is a previous version of you. It's true, right? We get into this world because we want to make people's lives better because we overcame something. The whole reason why I am here is because I was a previous version of you. I too struggled with how to find clients, with how to create income in my business. I know what it's like to struggle. And so I want to collapse the timeline and help you create a thriving wellness practice. So you are all previous versions of me. And so your ideal client is going to be a previous version of you. And so you're passionate about it for a reason. And the other thing that I shared around niche is not only do we want to go narrow, because we want to be specific so that our ideal client can actually see herself and be like, yep, that's me. And here's the thing, people are rarely going to ever say, no, I don't really want to live my best life ever, right? So if you're saying you're an empowerment coach, great, but we're all empowerment coaches, right? If you say that you are helping women live their best life ever, we're all helping people live their best life ever, right? You have to get more specific. Who is it that you're helping? So super important. Is it a mom? Is it a woman? Is she in midlife? Is she a yoga teacher? Is she a corporate woman? Does she work third shift? Is she, what is it that is specific about her? Is she struggling with autoimmune? Is she struggling with Epstein-Barr? These are some of the things that my ideal clients, actually, we went through this already in the Launchwell program. One of my clients works with gluten-free moms. So, hey, Jennifer, using you again as an example. Hey, Samantha, I'm so glad you're here. So get really specific about this. Like, really spend some time here because this is going to make all the difference in how quickly you actually can bring on new paying clients and how quickly you can actually enroll clients to work with you. You have to be able to use their language. And here's the other thing that I'm seeing out there is that there's still a lot of coachy coach language, right? I am working with women to help find enlightenment again. Rarely, if someone sat down with me in a coffee shop, she probably wouldn't say, Chris, I'm so excited about finding enlightenment. She might say, you know what, Chris, I really want to feel more joyful in my life. I really want to feel confident in my body and just have a really closer relationship with my kids or whatever, right? She's going to say something very different. So think about what your clients are wanting, not what you think they want, but what your clients want. Samantha, she's doing it, right? I want to experience enlightenment, right? But we think that, right? We think, oh, but of course they're going to resonate with that. They want enlightenment. No, they don't. They really don't. They want something else. So get specific, talk their language. Okay, so we talked about alignment. We talked about getting narrow. We're gonna finish some of the other pieces of enlightenment. So if you've got your workbook, we're on this page here, which is, what is the number one result your client wants, right? And again, what is it? Does she want a more intimate relationship with herself? Does she want to find peace in some area of her life? Does she want a better relationship with her kids? Does she want to have a more relaxed business? What is it specific? So take some time here. What is the number one result your client wants? What she wants, not what you think she wants, what she wants. And the way that you find that out is by asking. Ask her. Like, really sit down, like call somebody up who you think is your ideal client. Now look, don't go ask your mom, don't go ask your sister if they're not your ideal client. Like if they don't fit into who you think your ideal client is, do not ask them. Ask somebody who could be your ideal client and just ask, hey, like, what is it that you want? What is it that you would like your life to be like? Freedom. Yes, absolutely. Freedom in what? Like specifically, right? We can even get even more clear. I want freedom with my time so that I can stay at home and take the summers off and be with my kids. I want freedom so that I can pay off my debt. I want freedom so that I can travel with my family. I want freedom so that I can, financial freedom so that I can contribute to my family, right? These are some things that my ideal clients say. Okay, what is it that what's the result? So what does she want to walk away with? And then what is she most frustrated with? What is she most frustrated with? Those are going to tell you what does it look like for her on Pain Island? What is she most frustrated with? What does she want if she was to go over to this other place where she had the results that she wanted already? What that solution, right? So we want to get clear on those two things. And then we want to tap into what is your promise? What is your promise? And when I say promise, all that is what can she expect to walk away with? What would be predictable? What would be the results that she could walk away with if she worked with you? Now, when we say promise, that is very different from a guarantee. We can't guarantee results ever, right? I can't jump inside of my clients' bodies and do the work for them. So I can't guarantee results. None of us can guarantee results because we don't actually do the work for our clients. But what we can do is say, by the end of this amount of time, if you are taking the steps, if you are implementing, if you are taking action on these things, what you can expect to walk away with is, by the end of 90 days, you will feel. By the end of 6 weeks, you will feel, right? So again, people are looking for feelings. Rarely are they going to be looking for a 12-week program that's 1-hour sessions. They don't want that. They want to know specifically what the result is. Yeah, Samantha said, sorry, Samantha, I'm losing my tongue's not working. Must frustrated with negative self-talk and getting in her way. Yes, beautiful. Awesome, cool. Okay, so we talked about alignment, and that was really, really important. So we didn't want to skip over it because we didn't finish all of it yesterday, so I wanted to make sure that I came back to that piece. Samantha said that was me. Okay, so Samantha said that she was frustrated with the negative self-talk and she was getting in her own way. Great. So that's like in her words, right? She's not saying I want enlightenment, although probably if she stopped the self-talk, right, and she wasn't getting in her own way anymore, she would feel closer to enlightenment, right? She would feel more free. She would feel more peace. Awesome. By the way, Samantha is here. She is a rock star coach, and she is one of my experts inside of the Activate Abundance program. I am so darn excited to have her here. Hey, Mary Beth. All right, we're going to dive into step 2. So once we are aligned, once we decide that we get to tap into our own sense of worthiness, and by the way, we spend an entire month on alignment, so it's not like something that you have to figure out overnight. And the other thing that I want to share about this alignment piece is that it evolves. It evolves. It is constantly evolving and changing. So it's okay for it to feel messy. It's okay for it to feel wonky. Know that it will evolve. Know that it's not stuck in stone. I promise that, if you start someplace and you begin to work with your clients, you are going to hear more and more about what it is that they need. Liz is here. Yay. Liz Nicholas is in the house. People, she is the best mindset coach ever. Let me tell you. Liz, I'm so glad you're here. Rachel's here. Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. All right, step 2 is design. So once we've got who it is that we're serving, we're tapped into our own alignment, we are know who it is that we're serving, we need to design our programs. We need to design our offers. We need to design ways that we're actually serving our clients. I love you too, Liz. By the way, Liz is my mindset coach. That's why I know how she's so awesome. So I'm so glad she's here. And let me grab my glasses real quick so I can read my own writing on these. Okay, so we are on step 2, which is design. What do you need to achieve your yearly goal and why? What do you need as a coach, as a wellness practitioner to achieve your yearly goal and why? You need simple, repeatable systems, and we want to break those down in terms of 90 days. There's something really magical that happens with 90 days. I honestly don't know why it happens the way that it does, but it just does. Instead of taking this year-long experience, which we can absolutely vision and create, then we want to break it down into 90 days. So we want to have a 90-day profit plan so that we know exactly how are we going to get to our goals. And I call that a profit plan. So a 90-day profit plan. We want to have a 90-day nurture plan. What's a 90-day nurture plan? That is a way for you to serve and nurture your community. It's a way for you to cultivate community so that you can show up powerfully as the health coach, as the wellness coach that you are, and really serve powerfully inside of your own Facebook community. And in order to do that, you need to have a nurture plan so that you're not spinning on what to do when, so that you know specifically, okay, like this is what I'm going to do this week, and this is what I'm going to do next week. And that's one of the things that I help my clients inside of Activate Abundance do, is we create a nurture plan. The third type of plan that we need, and this is critical, I should have made this number 1, you need a 90-day self-care plan. You need to be in high vibe activities that make you feel amazing. And that's because the state of your being, who you are being, affects everything. Affects everything. As a matter of fact, Liz and I actually just created some specific things that I was going to do to stay in a high vibe state. And I go outside every morning with my coffee and I ground. I get my feet barefoot in the earth. And I do my meditation every day. And I do move my body for 30 minutes. And at night, I write down 3 things that I did well. Why is that important? Because those are, yes, those are self-care pieces, but those create an experience, an energetic experience in my body that raises my energy. And when I raise my energy, when I elevate my state of being, I am able to show up in the world as an empowered multi-6-figure coach. When you elevate your state of being, you're going to be able to show up as that empowered 6-figure coach that serves with heart and soul and is making a difference in the lives of others. And if you're not tapped in on those high vibe activities, what ends up happening is that you end up giving your family and your clients the leftovers, right? We end up putting a lot of time and energy into our business, and we end up giving our clients, our kids, our husbands, the leftovers. And then we wake up one day and we ask ourselves, why am I even doing this? Do I even really want to do this anymore? And so my intention is that you get to have a sustainable business, not just a profitable business, because what we know is that it's not all about the money. Money is great. Money allows us to have choice, but it's not all about the money. If you're burnt out and you've got $1 million and you're unhappy, it's definitely not about the money. So I want you to have a profitable and a sustainable business. And you have to have a 90-day self-care plan. You have to know what it is that you're focused on so that you can elevate your state of being. And one of the things that I've learned from Liz Nicholas here is that that's the most important thing that you can do on a daily basis. Because when you elevate your state of being, you become a match for what you most desire. You become a match for your desires. Absolutely. All right. So you need, in order to achieve your yearly goal, you need these simple, repeatable systems: a 90-day profit plan, 90-day nurture plan, 90-day sacred self-care plan, which are your conditions to thrive. By the way, you'll find those inside of the daily alignment practice. So those of you that typed in daily alignment practice earlier, I will absolutely send that workbook over, and you can find some ways that you can actually increase your vibe, increase and elevate your being. So the other thing, the next fill in the blank, is how are you measuring this? How are you measuring it? How are you tracking it? What we know is that if we're not measuring things, they can kind of fall off our radar. So we want to have a way that we can actually measure our goals. And look, measuring goals isn't, again, just all about the money. It is also about taking stock of, how are you feeling along the way? And we want to have milestones as well. So we want to have milestones. We want to know, okay, out of this 90 days, what is my goal for, 30 days? What's my goal just for 1 month? And then out of that 1 month, what is my goal for a week? So that we can stay really clear and focused. And when we're clear and focused, we stay out of the spinning, right? We stay out of that place where we're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. What do I write? What do I say? What do I post? How do I find clients? Yada, 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 right? I want to keep you out of that. So knowing what to measure and what to focus on a daily basis and a weekly basis and a monthly basis and a quarterly basis is a foundation of building your business. The next fill in the blank for you is, what is your framework? That fill in the blank is framework. I'm going to talk about framework for those of you that are wondering, what the heck is a framework? The Soulful Abundance System is my framework. But what is your framework so you can be the expert to build a thriving and profitable practice? A framework is really, really, really important. And for those of you that know Kendall Summerhawk, 20 years ago when she began coaching, one of the things that she talked about is framework, and framework is really powerful. Your framework is a proprietary process. It is your way of taking a client from Pain Island to Pleasure Island in a way that allows them to have results. And the beauty about having a framework is that it's a series of steps or pillars that takes the pressure off you saying, hey, work with me because I'm just the most amazing weight loss coach ever. Or, hey, work with me because it's me. And instead you get to say, work with me because I have a framework. I have a set of steps. I have a way. I have a pathway. I have a blueprint. I have a code. I have a solution, right? All of you have heard this, right? I have a method. I have a system, right? Every single one of my clients creates their own framework, and that is a system so that they can communicate to their clients how they're going to help them. So that's another thing that we want to work on and get clear on, is we want to design the framework, which makes it really easy, again, to take the pressure off your shoulders and make the hero your framework, your proprietary process. And that way people can see, oh, I want to work with her because she has this framework. She has this series of steps so that I can clearly see how I'm going to get from one place to the other. So a proprietary framework is really important. All right, we're on page 2 of design, and here's where we get to design your system around your offers. And I get the most amount of comments and questions around pricing, and so I want to give you some guidelines around pricing, and I want to share with you what has worked for me, what's worked for my clients, and I'll give you the whys behind it too. But you want to have offers, and you want it to be more than just your 90-day transformation program. Okay, I know that when I graduated from my coaching school, all I had was a 14-day cleanse or a 90-day transformation program. Look, both of those are great, but it didn't necessarily serve my ideal client. So when you were talking about our offers, we really want to have a low tier offer, a middle tier offer, and a high tier offer. And really, I even scale that back even further to just 2 core main offers. And then the low tier offer is what I like to call a blueprint session, or a one-off session, or a bite-sized session. It's something that you offer only once, and it allows you to help your client right away exactly where they are. It's not a free session, it's a paid session, but it's designed to give your client amazing value. So she walks away from that session with you feeling like, holy cow, that was the most amazing session. If this was what I got for, say, $97, I can only imagine what I'm going to get when I work with her in a 6-week wellness program or a 90-day program, right? So 2 core main offers is really where we want to be. And again, your main offer can be a multitude of things. It just depends on where you are in your business. So I can't give you specific business advice individually because I don't know enough about where you are, but I can give you some guidelines. So typically our low tier offer is a bite-sized offer, and it's going to be around at $100 or lower. If you're further along in your business, that bite-sized offer might be a little bit higher. But if you're just starting out, like most new coaches are, think about that as being about $100 or under. That's a bite-sized offer. It's a place to start with somebody so that they can walk away with something specific. For example, one of my clients actually has a Peace with Food blueprint session. And so she gets on a 90-minute call with her client, and they walk away with very, very specific things, like 3 specific things to help them stop binge eating, stop overeating, and to uncover a system, a blueprint that she can actually help them create so that they can have more peace around food instead of obsessing what's on their plate. So it's very, very specific. It's not like a 1-hour discovery session where you're saying, hey, let's just hop on a call. I'm just going to give you a free coaching session. And then you're trying to sell somebody in your 90-day program. It's not. Here's the cool thing about bite-size offers that I like. People are not going to burn $100, which means that if they sign up for your session, they're going to show up for your session, which means they are actually already pre-qualified, which means that they're better to continue to work with you, right? So instead of just trying to book a gazillion free discovery sessions, like I did when I first started, and I would book 10, and then 8 of them wouldn't show up when I called. So I have all of this time blocked out in my calendar, and then I got ghosted, and that's no fun. And then you have the other 2 sessions, and then you're feeling like you're trying to drag somebody across the finish line, trying to convince or persuade somebody to buy your stuff. That doesn't feel good. So instead, we really want to pre-qualify who we're hopping on calls with, right? And I'm going to talk more about that later when we get to the invitation piece of this step. And I'm going to teach you a really simple, easy way that you can actually pre-qualify your clients so that you're not spending all of your time giving all your time free in free discovery sessions. So your middle tier offer is going to be at around $1,000 or under. And then your high tier offer is going to be above that. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Most of you are undercharging. Most of you are undercharging for your services. The average in the industry when I graduated 5 years ago was $3,000 for a 90-day program. Most of you are undercharging. Most of you are not yet at that rate. So I just want you to know that that doesn't mean that you have to jump from 1,000 to 3,000 overnight. I just want you to know what is an appropriate place to take a look at what is the market charging. There are many, many coaches that charge way more than that for one-on-one work, and there are many coaches that are undercharging in that. So it's a range. And again, I'm not giving you specific business information because I need to know more about what is in your offer, what is in your high tier offer. But your high tier offer is going to have the most amount of personal support from you. They are going to get the most amount of personal one-on-one support from you. Your middle tier offer could be something like maybe a group program. A lot of my clients do shorter 6-week group programs that they take their clients through. It could be a 6-week one-on-one program. Something where you are laying the foundations for people. So here's the analogy that I like to use for this. Your bite-size offer is like the blueprint to a house, right? We know that when we have a blueprint, when we're looking at a blueprint on the house, we're like, this is the stairs, this is the bedroom, here's the dining room, here's the guest bedroom. We know where everything is. It hasn't been built yet, but we can see it. There's a plan there, right? That's what a bite-size offer is. You're helping your ideal client see and create a plan. Then the middle tier offer is when you're actually helping somebody build the foundations. Look, what we know is that it takes time to create transformation, right? So there's only going to be a certain amount that you can actually help somebody with in building their foundations in 6 weeks, right? So think of that as you are building the foundation of the house. And then the high tier offer is where you're actually working with them also for a longer period of time. They get more of you. What you need to think about that is building the entire house. Okay, so again, we've got a place to start with somebody. And look, there are going to be some people that want to work with you right away. And they're like, nope, I know, I just want you. I don't want groups. I want all of you. That's what I do with my mindset coach. I'm like, I want all of you. And I've been through her group programs too, and they're all amazing. And I continue to want all of her. And I'm willing to invest at that high level of support because that's what I want. So there are going to be clients that want to invest with you at that high level support. I promise they're there. They're looking for you. So we want to know, we really want to get clear with those 2 core main offers, which are going to be your middle tier offer and your high tier offer. If this makes sense, type yes in the comments. Please type yes in the comments. Liz says, yes, 2 offers. Andy says, is a program a framework? Andy, that's such a great question. No, it's not the same thing. Your program is the actual experience or the container that you're taking, that you're holding for somebody. Your framework are the steps that you take along the way. So for example, my program is Activate Abundance. This is my flagship program. It's my 6-month business accelerator program. Activate Abundance is my program. My framework, my system is the Soulful Abundance system, and that's what I'm teaching you. I teach my system inside of my program. Does that make sense? Havala says yes. Christine says yes. Awesome. Great question, by the way. Thank you for asking it, Andy. Okay, we are still in design. So the next piece is, what are your goals? Are they measurable and in alignment with your experience desired? So when we take a look at our 90-day plans, our profit plan, our nurture plan, our sacred self-care plan, we also want to know, what are our goals? Are they measurable? And here's the key, guys. I really want you to underline this. Are they in alignment with the experience you desire? Are they in alignment with the experience you desire? It's important that we're really, really clear around the experience that we want to have. What is the experience that we want to have about being in high vibe activities so that we're fully sourced and so we can absolutely have amazing, fun time, not only in our business, but also time with our family, to go on hikes and go on vacations? What is the experience, the feeling experience that you want? What is the feeling experience that you want with your 90-day profit plan? What does that feel like? It's more than just money. It's the experience that you get to have when you are serving your clients. Does that match? Does that match? A lot of times I hear people create, plans, and the plan or the dollar goal or whatever goal they're chasing doesn't match with the actual experience. And so we really want to get clear. If you say that you want, 15 one-on-one clients, awesome. What is the experience that is going to give you? If you are already busy in other areas of your life, and do you have the space in your calendar to serve 15 clients every single week? I don't know. You might, which then it would be in alignment. But if that doesn't give you an experience of time freedom, then that experience and that goal is not aligning. And so we want to really just kind of double check. It's like we're checking it against each other to make sure that if you're bringing on this, certain number of clients, is that allowing you to have the experience of life that you want while you're building and growing your business? Awesome. So the last question on this is, how will you, and the fill in the blank is, serve your audience? You serve your audience with congruent Ready Yes offers with a nurture plan. So you get to serve your clients when you invite them to work with you. And we want these to be relevant, congruent offers that are ready yes for your clients. When I say ready yes clients, what that means is that these are your people that are looking for a solution. These are not the people that are just kind of interested or not really sure, just kind of want to know what coaching is. These are people that, like, I am tired of struggling with this XYZ problem and I'm ready for a solution. And so those are our ready yes clients, and they are all in your world. So we want to be able to talk to our ready yes clients. And the way that we do that is with a nurture plan, Look, all of you guys are here inside of my Facebook group, and we're going to talk about the nurture plan because I said I was going to help you create a nurture plan in my emails today. And so let's do that. It's really, really easy. So you guys are going to be blown away by this. When I learned this, I was like, oh my gosh, how easy is that? I want you to take a look at a month, right? So in order to create a 90-day nurture plan, I want you to take a look at a month. So we know a month has got, on average, about 4 weeks, right? Think about being in your group, serving and nurturing your groups over the course of a week. How are you going to serve and nurture the people that are in your group? Typically, you're going to do that by either going live once a week, which you guys see me do. I go live every single Monday, 4 o'clock, and I do some sort of value training that is giving my clients an experience. People want to see you. They want to have an experience of you. And look, I know being on video can be scary, and In this day and age with online businesses, it's a must. And I promise you that it doesn't stay scary. I promise that you can do this. I promise that you might even stumble over your words, and it's okay. It gets to be messy. You get to be shaky, but people want to have an experience of you. They want to see you. They want to hear you. That builds know, like, trust faster than anything. So how are you going to nurture your audience inside of your Facebook group? And you want to show up weekly. So pick one day, any day during the week, where you can show up live and actually serve and nurture. Just serve them. Talk about something. And it doesn't need to be 45 minutes like I'm doing today. It could be 2 minutes. It could be 5 minutes. It could be something really, really quick. The point is that you do something consistently so that you begin to build trust, not only with your clients, but also with yourself too. That's really important because when you follow through what it is that you say you're going to do on a weekly basis, you start building confidence and trust in your own self. And I want that for you. So pick a week that you can go live in your group. Then the other thing that I do to nurture my audience is I have some sort of freebie, and I call mine Freebie Fridays because, again, we want to give value. This is a serve and nurture. People want to give. I love to give value. I am all about the generosity game. It's one of the reasons why I love to give away money. I've done that. As a matter of fact, in 2020, I gave away $20,000 in programs and services and cash to help women that needed that extra support. So I'm not talking about giving away money in your Facebook group right now. What I'm talking about is giving somebody value. So think about templates, cheat sheets. As a matter of fact, recently I gave away my 103 Facebook group posts for high engagement. So if you missed that and you want it, let me know and I'll send it your way. That was my Freebie Friday. And so this is where you are showing up, you are serving, you're giving value, you're building relationships, you're building connection, you're cultivating community. So every week you can go live. Every week you can give something away for free that's valuable, that is something that your ideal client absolutely is like, hell yeah, I want that thing. And then you get to share posts. You just get to share posts. You get to share content. You get to share things that are on your heart to share because you know that it's going to impact them. So we want them to be relevant. We want them to be valuable. We want them to be congruent to what it is that we know that our ideal client wants. And we get to do that all inside of a Facebook group. And I spoke yesterday about why Facebook. And it's because Facebook cultivates community the best of any social media platform. That's not to say that you shouldn't do any of the other ones if you love being on them. If you love doing TikTok, if you love being on Instagram, great, continue that. But have a Facebook group too, so that you can show up live, so that you can serve, so that you can nurture them. So think about that. So you've got your live, you've got some content that you're sharing, and then you have a Freebie Friday. You just repeat that every week, and you've got your 90-day content plan. Now I'm going to make it even simpler for you. When you do your Facebook Live, my son just got here. I just saw him outside. He just picked up some sushi for us for dinner. When you do your Facebook Live, whatever it is that you're talking about, let your content go with that category. So for example, if I was talking about, let's see, Liz, I'm looking at you. If I was talking about mindset, if I was talking about the abundance mindset, and I did a Facebook Live around mindset, then my post that week would be around mindset. And maybe my freebie would be around mindset. So we are absolutely creating things that are relevant and are on topic instead of trying to go, well, I don't know, should I do this on Monday, this on Tuesday, this on Wednesday, this on Thursday, this on Friday? It's a whole lot easier if we can just take it week by week and have one theme a week, so that you can talk about it easily, you can share information easily, and then you can have a freebie. By the way, for those of you that are inside of my Activate Abundance program right now, in your membership portal is a 90-day done for you content plan. That is another thing that I provide for my clients to get you started, because I know what it's like when you're first starting. You're like, oh yeah, sure, Chris, it's so easy. Just make a 90-day content plan, right? Yeah. I've given it to you. So I'm giving you a done for you 90-day content plan so that you can take that and you know what to post, when to post inside of my Activate Abundance program. Okay, so we're coming right up on 45 minutes, and so I really want to honor my word. We are going to talk about systems tomorrow. So what are the systems to have in place? And I talked about, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this really quickly. Andy says, I saw it. It's amazing. Oh, good. Andy got to see the night done for your 90-day content plan. Awesome. Bye, Havilah. Okay, I'm going to talk about systems real quick because this is an easy place to kind of finish up in like another 5 minutes. And then we can go into attraction tomorrow, which is all about how do we actually attract people to our Facebook groups? How do we cultivate community? How do we bring people into our community that are already as client? So we want to have 3 systems in place. We want to have one system where we are consistently sharing your message. That's your marketing system. You want to have a system where you are consistently inviting people to work with you, and that's a heart-centered sales system. And you want to have a community building system. So those are the 3 systems that I teach inside of my program is how will you consistently share your message? And really that's all marketing is, but you want to have a system that you're doing consistently so that you can show up. And again, you need to be visible. People need to see you. They need to hear you. They need to have an experience of you. If they don't know you're out there, there's no way for them to get the transformation that they need. So you need to have a marketing system. You need to have a sales system that feels really, really good to you. Look, there's nothing wrong with making sales. It's feeling salesy and the tactics and the way that we go about doing it when we're trying to convince or persuade somebody or overcome somebody's objections that make it feel really icky. So we have to make sales in order to have a business. There's nothing wrong with making sales. As a matter of fact, when you're making sales, that means you're serving people and you're helping them get the transformation. So that's amazing. But you need to have a way to actually move somebody along the client pathway so that you're able to invite them to work with you in a way that feels natural and easy instead of feeling like you're dragging somebody across the finish line, because that's no fun. And then the last thing is what we just talked about, which is your nurture system. How are you nurturing your audience? How are you building your community? And again, that needs to be something, these 3 systems are something that we work on and we're really, really consistent. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I know that was a lot. I know that I talk really fast. If you need to watch the replay, absolutely do that. So we've gone over the 5 core pillars of a heart-centered practice. We've gone over step 1, which is alignment. We've gone over step 2, which is design. Tomorrow, be sure to come back because we are going to be talking about attracting your Ready Yes client to you. So what are some ways that you can actually build your community inside your Facebook group? And I'm going to share some awesome ideas with you about that. And we're going to talk about your marketing system, marketing and sales system, which is the nurture method. So I'm going to be talking about that with you tomorrow as well. All right, my friends, I hope you have an amazing evening. Be sure to check out Days 2 Action Step. You're welcome, Mary Beth. You're welcome, Tracy. Make note on your Abundance Bingo board. So don't forget, you guys, print out your Abundance Bingo board. Mark off that you showed up live. If you've watched the replay, mark that you've watched the replay. When you get bingo, send it to me. Take a screenshot, take a picture of it, send it to me in Messenger. Everybody that sends me a bingo board will absolutely be entered to win $100 cash, and I will be giving that away on Friday evening. You're welcome, Giselle. You're welcome, Valerie. I will see you guys back here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Bye.